My name is Ali. So first of all, the introduction about that, what is the marine concrete? The term marine structures apply to the berthing and mooring facilities, container terminals, oil jetties, floating dry docks, breakwaters, embankments, light towers, tidal barriers, dams, underwater tunnels, flow protection, and also some kind of the oceanic bridges as well, which are considered in the marine structures. The guides available for the design of the marine structures are most famous are these four, although there are many more others. NEFAC series and ASHTO, ACI 318 and other ACIs, and US Army Corps of Engineers manual of shore protection manual. So marine concrete, what's the importance of the marine concrete? The demands of the marine concrete are significant, as there are many bridges and buildings constructed along the extensive coastline of the various countries in the world. And construction codes around the world are recognizing the importance of the durability of concrete in maritime structures, maritime which are around the ocean as well, and are including the specific requirements such as exposure to the chlorides as such. An example of just a marine structure where is a berth made of concrete, small berth. So, for the use of the concrete in the water, Portland Association in 1946, it emphasized that if we should not place the concrete in a water which has a temperature less than 35 degrees Fahrenheit. What's the reason? Yes, in Fahrenheit. It will harden very slowly, and when the water temperature is below 45 degrees, the concrete we should place, it should have a temperature of 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And if care should be taken when we are using the concrete temperature more than 80 degrees Fahrenheit, because it will impair the structure of the concrete. It will use the more high temperature of the concrete. Next is the supplement. As you know that near the oceanic structures, the amount of chlorides injection is very high. So to stop that, to reduce that, we need to supply some supplementary cement contents. So what is this supplementary cement content? These are just cementitious materials like ground granulated blast furnace slags, fly ash, kaolinite, metakaolinite, microsilica fume, more silica fume, like that. And these not only they stop the reduce the diffusion of the chloride in the concrete, but also they bind up the chloride particles. So the amount of the chloride particles which reach the reinforcement, it is reduced as well. This is a picture of the some cementitious materials, fly ash and ground granulated blast furnace, etc. Now the constituents of the marine concrete, first one, the most important is the cement, and we use type 1, 2 or 3 cement. For type 1 is a general Portland cement, type 2 is moderate heat of hydration and moderate sulfate resistant cement, while type 3 is early strength cement. One more is that used according to ASTM C150, one more is that the blended hydraulic cement, which meet the requirement of ASTM C595. So most of the exposure conditions, the tricalcium aluminate content C3A, it should not be less than 4%, and it should not be more than 10%. So this is also a limit in that marine concreting. Next is water, very obvious and simple that the water we use should be free from oil, acid, grease, salt, organic materials, and other such things. And mixing water should not contain excessive amount of the chloride ion. Now aggregate should conform to ASTM standard C33 or C30, wherever applicable. If we wish to use the marine aggregates, then it can be used according to ASTM C33, and first they should be washed with the fresh water, and the total amount of the concrete, total amount of chloride and sulfates in the concrete should not exceed the amount given in the table 1. I will show in the next slide. And next is the admixtures. Admixtures, as you know, that it should also be taken account as per section 316 of ACI. But most important is that when you use more than 2 admixtures, their intercompatibility should be taken into account. So this is the table 1 when you want to use the marine aggregate. The total soluble SO4 and other SO4 chloride should be within the specified range of this. Reinforcement should be done according to ACI 31805, 05 is the year. Low temperature and cold region applications may require the use of the special reinforcement and pre-stressing steel assembled to achieve the adequate ductility. To facilitate future repairs that might be necessary, only weldable reinforcement should be used in the splash zone or in other areas susceptible to the physical damage. Concrete cover for reinforcement, it is given for the heavy concrete, like the concrete was more than 20 inches, and it's given for some zones for reinforcement steel and for post-tensioning ducts. As you can see, the minimum concrete cover is 2 inch for the concrete. For the stereo, it's less half inch, and for the post-tensioning ducts, its minimum is 3 inches concrete cover. Now the curing, it's also the same. As you see that curing, seawater should not be used for the curing of the pre-stressed concrete, but it is necessary to cure the concrete in the seawater. First, it should have gained some sufficient initial strength so that the tidal action and the waves should not distort the shape of the concrete. Now, for the mass concreting, thermal gradient may be minimized by either insulating frameworks or concrete surfaces to control the heat loss from the section, or by uniformly extracting heat from the section with the cooling conduits, and these conduits are afterwards grouted. Minimum moist curing duration should be 7 days as per UFGS Unified Facilities. What is GS? I forgot. Sorry. So these are some of the marine structures. The first one is that the Hangzhou Bay Bridge, which is the longest bridge, oceanic bridge in the world. Its length is more than 35 kilometers in China. Other one more is the Bahrain-Saudi Causeway. This connects Saudi Arabia with the Bahrain, so connecting two different countries. Its length is more than 22 kilometers. I've been to that as well. And one more example of the marine structure is in Pakistan, Gwadar Port. It is still in the development phase. So the concrete used in here is also can be called as marine concrete. So thank you for your attention.